Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is AULIA TANISHA MAULIZAL. I'm a third semester student from Media Technology with MATRIC number 283577 and I'm the group leader for Group 1.
Hi, good day everyone. I'm SYAKIRA with my matching number 28356. Currently, I'm in semester 3 and I'm taking business administration as my major.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is LATHIFA. I am an entrepreneurship student in the second semester.
Hello everyone, my name is RIANTI PUTRI and you can call me Chia. Currently, I'm in semester 2 of my entrepreneurship major.
Hello everyone, my name is YOUCEF HAMMOUALI. My matric number is 276392. I'm currently in semester 4 in Bachelor of Business Administration with Honors.
Good day everyone. My name is ARISHA Khan and my metric number is 276790. I am currently in semester 5 of my major in accountancy.
Let me introduce myself. My full name is Muhammad Alif Akbar, but you can call me Akbar. I'm in semester 2 of my logistics major.
Hello everyone, my name is KEYSHA. You can call me KEYSHA. I'm majoring in psychology counseling and I'm on my third semester.
My name is EMIR FABIANSHA AKBAR and I'm majoring in international affairs management and this is my third semester.
Hi, my name is MEIDINA PUTRI, matric number 283674, and I'm taking the course counseling and currently in my third semester.
Okay, so for the part that I do in this assignment, first thing first, I help my group mates to navigate what they can do for the assignment. So I list down and break down parts of the assignment that they can do. And then I help with making the template for the slides. So my group members can just put their part and help edit. And then I edit the infographic. I also edit the video, which I also come up with the idea for the video. And then I make the Google form for our survey and the caption for our survey, so we can distribute the survey and our G form. Well, with the help of my group mates SYAKIRA and then ADZKIA LATHIFA, they help me make the question and the Google form also, and the other group members help us with distributing it. So that's my part.
Here, I will explain the result that my group already got regarding the questionnaire that have been distributed related to racism toward international students in UUM.
The part of the assignment that I do is I got to finding question for the questionnaire and thanks God it's done.
In this assignment, I took part in explaining the issue of the topic, which is racism towards international students at University Utara, Malaysia.
My part of the assignment is conclusion, which I will summarize the report and what we have found.
In the assignment, I did about what is philosophy of humanity, which is under the subtopic number 2, objectives of the study and methodology used.
In this assignment, I choose my part on explaining what is racism and elaborate of the topic our group chose.
I did the introduction part, which is I should explain and also elaborate what the racism is.
Question is, what part of the assignment did you do? So my part is decide which methodology use, either it's quantitative or qualitative.
The part of assignments that I did is the research methodology used for the study, which is survey, and it is to decide whether it is qualitative or quantitative method.
On my perspective, racism is something that we should not do. It's just a basic mannerism and basic decency as a human being to not look others differently and not to look down at others just because we are different from our race or from what we look or from where we came from. So racism is just something that it's just something that we know that we shouldn't do, and it needs to come from ourselves. So that's my perspective on racism, and sometimes we didn't even realize it that we're experiencing racism, or even our friends that we know are experiencing it, because it is something that is so subtle sometimes. So racism is sometimes didn't look like racism, but it's actually racism. That's my perspective.
In my point of view, racism is a comparison of attitude aimed at a certain group or individuals that have a negative impact of those who receive them. Elder Lord once said, "It is not our differences that divide us, it is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences."
On your perspective, what is racism? Racism is the attitude of discriminating between people based on skin color, hair, ethnic, religion, and so on.
In my perspective, racism is when a person is treated worse, excluded, disadvantaged, bullied, or degraded based on their race or ethnic background.
So for the definition of racism, I believe that there is no like one specific definition of racism. Like it comes by many kinds or many ways. For me, when you are treated differently, or when you feel yourself uncomfortable in that community, or when you are treated like not like the others, like what is happening in America between black and white, like there are some, how do we say, some ways or some things or some places black are not treated like white people. So this is kind of racism. So yeah, this is, I believe, like the strongest definition of racism.
In my perspective, a racial bias is the belief that some races are inferior to others because they possess distinctive characteristics. People may be discriminated against based on their race, and this may lead to violence. Racism generally includes disliking members of the group, accepting stereotypical beliefs, and racial attitudes. The expression can be as public as racial jokes and slurs, or as subtle as stereotypical beliefs, attitudes, and values. These beliefs may have developed over the course of time and become ingrained in systems and institutions unconsciously.
In my opinion, broadly speaking about racism is a difference that refers to ethnicity and race, carried out towards treatment and action to difference one on another.
In my opinion, racism is the practice of discriminating against people based on their race or ethnic background.
What is racism? Actually, racism is a belief that race is the most important factor in determining a person's traits and abilities, and that racial differences make one race necessarily better than another.
My understanding of racism, I think it is a mindset, a perception, and a behavior that is surely negative, where someone usually stereotypes and differentiate a certain race.
Well, for the obstacles itself, I think it came from me because I get very defensive over our group assignments. So I feel like I need to do everything by myself to get everything done. Even though I also communicate with my group members often on the WhatsApp group, but sometimes because we communicate through chat, a lot of times they only seen it and they didn't give any reaction or answers. So I didn't know if they understand it or not. That makes me feel like, okay, maybe I can do this part myself, and I can do this part myself. But then I remember I have group members that I need to trust. So for example, I was trying to make the survey, Google Form survey, but then I kind of find it difficult for me to what kind of question I can put out here and how many section of question that I can put on the G form. But then I remember, oh, I have my group members that this is their part, and then I know they can help me. So I finally talk it out with ADZKIA, LATHIFA, and SYAKIRA on the Google form, and then we come up with that grade. For others, I feel like everything is fine, just the lack of communication at first with my group members, as I said, because we have it on WhatsApp. So a lot of time they only seen it, not giving reaction and communicating, but everything is grade. And then how I faced it is basically we finally have a face-to-face meeting where everything is solved. I know that they understand what I'm saying, and if they have questions, they directly ask me. So everything is fine. The obstacles is I can go through it, and we can go through it smoothly.
The challenges while doing this group project is that I feel it's kind of hard to adjusting the time to hold discussion due to the business to each individual.
Now, while doing the assignment, what the obstacle you face? While doing the assignment, I happened to get a finding question section, so I was curious what question arose during racism, and now I know better what the victim feels and what the cause and effect is.
While working on my part, I feel like I've done well so far. There aren't too much obstacles because there are so many sources that may serve as a benchmark for me as I work on my part.
Actually, for my part, which is the conclusion, actually there is not like much problems to face, because like you have all the data, you have everything, so you just summarize like what you found and give like a summary, or like how do we say, like conclusion of everything. So yeah, this is it.
My part of the assignment is quite simple, so I'm not facing obstacles other than having to find sources from which I can refer and write my part about. There is countless of sites and research papers on our topic, so I need to check thoroughly and refer the best ones. Philosophy in general itself is quite a vast topic, so information on philosophy of humanity, there's quite a lot of them. And if I talk about more general obstacles I found in doing assignments, that was the time management. As we have other courses and they have their own assignments to do, it's a little difficult to manage the time between classes, assignments, and other co-curricular activities.
While I working on my part, I feel like I can finish my part so well. There a little obstacle because in my part I search for a different meaning of racism and elaborate, but many definition that it helps me to find the definition of that.
As far as I work for my part, I didn't find it difficult because I get part of my assignment from many existing sources, and I also cooperated with my friend to do this test, and so far it went well for me.
Time being, there are no challenges that are challenging enough so long as I do what I need to do. For my own part, I'm simply experiencing quite small difficulties.
I think the obstacles that I've faced when doing the assignment is my own part itself, because I think it is quite a hard topic, which is a methodology, which is a research methodology. So I need further understanding and further learning to be able to understand about it.
Yes, I am satisfied with my part and also my group members because they did their part amazingly, and then they did so well on their parts, so we can come up with this amazing group assignments result. So yeah, I am overly satisfied with my part and our groups.
Yes, I do satisfied with my result of my part.
Are you satisfied with the result of your part? I'm quite satisfied with the result of my part because I think it's appropriate and suitable for what was requested and ordered.
I'm quite satisfied with the part that I'm working on because it is in accordance with the existing topic, and I also feel confident because I'm working on it with various sources as references.
Actually, for the satisfaction, I have no doubt on that, because like I learned many things, many new things, especially with this interesting topic, which is racism, which like I was looking for like since I came here to UM. So like I found it enjoyable, and I'm enjoying doing my part, especially when I know like others' perspectives, and like everything about racism in UM, which makes it interesting.
Am I satisfied with the results of my part? Absolutely. I have done a lot of research and have given my best in writing about my part, so I'm quite satisfied with it.
I'm quite satisfied for my part that I'm working on because many statements about my part, it makes me easier to find the definition between racism and elaborate. I also feel confident to do this part.
Yes, I'm definitely satisfied with my part because by doing my part, I also know more and learn more about what racism is from various sources and perspectives.
I'm happy with what I've done. I can work on this because I can. Because at first this part was pretty hard, and it turned out that once I asked help for my friends, it got easier.
Well, I'm not fully satisfied with my part. I'm probably around 60 or 70% satisfied since, like I've said before, it is quite difficult in doing my own part.